Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 217. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on August 17th, 2025. I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life. We are back in the world after doing Wednesday's chore stream, which was... Right, we did lead, and we did flowers. Like, what did we do? And we put those flowers, we put the seeds there, and the flowers went here. Of course, where one puts flowers, you know. We're going to go ahead and we're going to drop these off in here for now. And, let's see who else is here. We got Momud. Welcome, Momud. Do I use the patch for Medieval Expanded? So that's one of the ones that I did not update because the one we've had and is currently in the mod folder, the mod zip that I have on the video description, has not given me errors. So should be good. So on the agenda for today, let's just bring up the agenda window, huh? What do you think? I found a little to-do list mod. It could use a little polish, but you know what? It works. So, today we want to move bees to temple. And we're going to make Molybdochalkos. Livestream. There we go. I think the return key should be able to be captured in this too. If you hit return while you're in here, it just opens the chat window. So don't press return. Let's see, we've got lanterns. Yep. And then temple plaza work. And maybe some temple tower work. And that, my friends, is the schedule. And we can check things off as we get them done. We can also say, like, make the bees yellow. Make the Molybdochalkos, blue. Is there dark blue? No, we'll do this blue. Lanterns are bright and yellow. Temple Plaza is, I don't know, orange? There we go. Perfect. So that is our new to-do list mod. So that's one of the mods. Now, the thing is, the window doesn't stay open, like... You have to close it to move around, otherwise you get locked into the mouse being here. You have to use Alt to move around. So unfortunately, we'll have to just bring it up to review it if we need to. And then, the other thing that I added is there's a mod called Salty's Bird's Eye. And this is the same Salty who makes the manual quenching mod, which I have turned back on because there's a new update that should resolve the issue we had with it. But if you press B... we can zoom out and get a real quick view of what we're working on. So I think this is pretty cool. We can, get a better look at our work without having to, like, climb a ladder and spend a minute doing it. So there is a cooldown. So if you're using this yourself, there's you have to wait like 5 seconds between zooming out and zooming in. But I think it's pretty cool. So first on the list, let's go check on the bees. I might actually... Can I move these around? No, I can't move them. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we will start probably on the Molybdochalkos and then move the bees while that's going on, while it's cooling. Also forget that we have the toggle sneak mod on. Boom. Yeah, that's right, Hazard151. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, I think it's a great mod, and I would like to see it expanded. I have seen other streamers do like a little extra window here that they manage through their streaming platform, or streaming program, usually OBS, where they'll keep a list of to-do list. I think with Vintage Story, since the whole game pauses, that would kind of ruin the immersion. Let's see here. Brown coal, black coal. Let's just do like 2 black coal, because this burns a little hotter than brown coal. And then we will fill the rest with brown coal. I don't know why you hate Molybdochalkos, Hazard. It is, hands down, objectively, the best lantern material. Objectively. You can't argue with objectively. Obviously. Maybe I'll just do 1, honestly. These burn for 84 seconds? Yeah. That should be plenty. And so we're going to get that going on. I wanted to make the bee stuff. Right, so we have this stuff here. Why did I leave this all here? Is it oh, because we had more wood going on over here. Right. Let's go pick that up while that's cooking over there. The best lanterns are meteoric iron. You know, I haven't seen those before. I haven't tried them. So I can't say one way or the other. I'll take you. I'll take you, and you're all empty. Oh, right, another mod. You'll see if I throw things on the ground here. And that, and that. Look in the lower right-hand corner here. I added on an item pickup notifier. Just because sometimes, you know, people will ask, you know, what did I pick up there, or what did we just get? That way it'll maybe help, you know, visualize that. That's kind of weird. If it goes into your... so the recover bow keeps getting picked up. So, a few bugs here and there, that's fine though. And these are coming along pretty nicely. We could probably harvest... We could harvest the orthogonals. Yeah, let's do that while we're here. Well, I guess we'll go pick up some reeds first. By the way, how are my keybinds configured since I'm a lefty? You're trying to get your mom into the game, into the other block game. Well, I'm not going to help you there. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. So what I do is I just sort of mirror the right-hand controls to the right side of the keyboard. So like my move keys are O, L, K, and what's this? It's all torn off my keyboard. Semicolon. my key caps are pretty shredded at this point. No, I also use a Dvorak keyboard out. So it's actually, for me, it's R, N, T, and S. But that's a whole different thing. Don't worry about it. Let's grab you guys. Let's grab some clay. And this might actually be like the last time we ever harvest the skeps, because what we're doing here with this move beast temple thing is we are tripling the number of bee boxes. No, more than tripling, because we currently have 8 frames in there. We're going to go from 8 to 30 frames. That is 90 honeycomb per harvest. So yeah, it's a little overkill. Let's get these in here. And let's go. Right, we also have glass in here, and this is part of the lantern's task. We'll have to harvest that for glass. Oh, I should probably check on this. How is this doing? Don't want to forget. Oh, we got plenty of time. Hello there, Hasty. There's no such thing as overkill. You don't like Molybdochalkos because it's blotchy? I mean, I kind of associate... I think this looks more like a wrought iron lantern. Like, if I swap this out and put it down, like... It's blotchy, yes, but it evokes the, you know, black painted wrought iron that's been out in the elements for a while. So it's got a little bit of rust showing through. And I actually really like that. And in my opinion, is the right one, obviously. That's how opinions work. No more sequels to the series. Honey, I Broke the Skeps. Exactly. In fact, it probably isn't really worth harvesting these specifically, just because like we already have a whole lot of beeswax to go through. In fact, we're gonna have more candles than and like lanterns themselves, because well, even despite the fact that we burned a couple candles in the fire pit the other day. There, you can go in there. Other bees just flew off apparently. The last time my mom played video games was an N64. Yeah, it's quite a while ago. And Mia Sashima was funny. It's funny because you're lefty, but you're forced to learn to mouse right-handed. Yeah, the world is not designed for lefties. There's I have plenty of complaints about the world as it pertains to being left-handed. Can I pick you up? We're gonna want to bring this with us when we go to the temple. The hive racks have 3 or 4 honeycomb per rack. Oh, this is one of those. Really? This requires a backpack slot. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're putting you back down for a minute. We will burn that bridge when we come to it. Scissors for one. Yeah, scissors. So the scissors are a funny one, because I grew up learning how to use right-handed scissors. And in school, especially elementary school, like, they would give you, they'd be like, oh, Kurazar, you're a lefty? Well, don't you worry your little childish heart. We have just the thing for you. Here are some scissors that'll make you feel really stupid because you can't use them. And they would give me, and they'd force me to use these scissors. They were like the same design, roughly. How do I put these in here? Just right-click. Okay. They were the same design, but of course backwards. But then they had these like extra handles on them to make sure that the other kids didn't mistake them for scissors. And I'm starving. Oh well. And so like they'd give me these scissors and I couldn't use them. I just could not use them at all. Oh, there's no bucket under there. Oh well. Our pancreas lives another day. That's fine. I wanted the wax anyway. Boop. There we go. And then pop you in here. I wish I got an extra wax this time. Normally it'd be 24. Okay. I feel like I'm cheating. I'm gonna drink the honey now. I'll just go to my barrel down here. My barrel of honey to dunk my head in. Don't try to mix dunk and stick. It didn't work out too well for me verbally there. You wish to press a warning if there's no bucket there? Yeah, that'd be nice. Are you sure you want to do this? Okay, so actually this is probably a good idea to actually harvest that, so we were getting kind of low. Other thing to consider is the resin. I know we're going to need some resin for these frames. Let's go check on the metal. If I can get off the ladder. Almost. The barrel of high blood sugar? Yeah. Okay, so I think that's about it. We have these to put away. In the wrong bin. Pop you there. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty well here. So the plan is, I'm going to move the entire bee setup that we have. Well, just the Langstroth hive, really. And that's going to go over to the temple. It's going to go right about here at the tip of the petal here. Actually, probably on this side of the walkway. So it's, surrounded by flowers, We'll just do one right here. And later, if we feel like being symmetrical, and I don't know that I will be, but we should have plenty of beeswax by then, we might do more in these other corners. But that will be way more wax than we'll need, because we already have a good amount of lanterns in here. We still need more, but like at our current pace, it wouldn't be murder to like just keep doing what we're doing. We're just going to be more efficient in general. Let's grab you. You are just about ready. I'm going to slap another piece of coal in there. It's making me nervous. Yep, that was probably needed, because these temps drop pretty quickly. Will the temple have a crocodile pit once 121 comes out? I don't think crocodiles are in 121. I think they're in, like, for later. How many lanterns do I have to date? I don't know. It's probably about 2 stacks of lanterns. Because we've got... Let's see, we've got 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 60 right there. And then we put about 40 more in here with a few extras scattered around. Ooh, right. Gotta actually put this in the hand first. Come on. Oh, it's in the pit. Let me go. There we go. All right. Time for some ASMR. Good morning, Pinnix. We're about 8 months away for crocodiles. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll finish the temple by then. I think I would kind of like to start the next guide series when 1.22 comes out. That would be, I think, a pretty fair goal. And if I'm not sure what to do. Like if we finish this series and it's still like 4 months out, I don't know what I'll do from there at the moment. I might do or get into some more like what's coming up in 1.22 videos here and there. And then on weekends I might stream something else, or yeah, I don't know. Which is the best ASMR sound? Cooking, pouring metal, or quenching high items? Cooking. Hands down. Hey there, Crazy Watermelon. Oh, he is crazy. He's just laughing. His entire greeting was a laugh. Can't flee into the water anymore. Yeah, I think the crocodiles are meant to be like a southern environment thing. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so those are cooling. Let's just go ahead and we're going to rest. Make it morning. That will get those other ingots nice and cool. Will I play the other block game? Unlikely. Hey there, Azari. Welcome. First time catching a stream, long time watcher, and you got me into Bitch Story. Hey, awesome. Good to hear. Oops, I overslept. Imagine Arctic crocodiles. They're isodiles. Let's grab these out of here. And we have a gentle breeze, so not great weather for smithing plates. Yeah, that's fine though. We'll just slap you guys down here. And we'll start the next batch. So you 3 come with me. And then we need 48 of these. And we're good to go. Ta-da! May as well just use brown coal this time. I think it takes 9. Woolly Crocs. You better get your desert play in before 121. Yeah. I guess it depends on how prevalent they are. If they're like hyenas, then I will never come to the south again. It's simple as that. Because that would just be pure pain. Pure pain, propane. Okay, so what I want to do now is while that's starting to cook, we have some time here. Let's actually take over. Let's take over the current bee box. So we're going to just have to dump everything out of our inventory slots here, because everything over here requires the use of these slots, and I hate it. So we need to grab... Can I pick you up like this? I can, okay. And then you, and then you. And now we run. Play more Towers of Hanoi. Yep. The bee-box stacking game. I'm pretty close to you guys. Wow. Yeah, they're getting up there in generation. Not that we really need to worry about chickens anymore. We've got plenty of feathers. Oh! Official stream. Hey there, Moors2657. Hey everyone. Hope we're having a great time. Great to catch live stream. I'll have to say the numbers in your name. Oh. I'll see if I can remember that. But it will be easier to not say the numbers in your name, so... You know what? I feel like I don't want to put it on the stone. I think I want to actually remove this flower block right here. We'll scoot it to here. And then we'll just put these right down here. How do we do this again? And there we go. Control. Now, it's not going to be perfectly symmetrical because it's got to face, you know, one direction. But I think that's pretty good. And I guess this thing we can like maybe tuck back in here. That way it's like it's kind of out of the way. Do I like that? I don't know. What if maybe we put you there? Yeah. That feels a little more like a workspace to me. Or even. No, we'll do it here. Because putting it over here means we'd have to sort of like shuffle these around a bit more. I don't want to do that. We can just lay them out on these squares here, do our frame stripping, and then we're good to go. Hey there, Joe Mega and Draconis1. Welcome, everybody. I don't know, maybe leaving the Oasis to do this was a bad idea with that stuff in the Crucible. I think the Crucible does continue to heat while you're away. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. We'll get one more out in case I messed that up real bad. There. Now these are all done. Oh, and we're... Oh, right. We're full because we have no bags. Alright, let's grab you, and you, and you, and you. That's better. That should be a good amount of glass for a little while. I probably, if we ever need more fire clay, I probably won't bother. Like, I'll just go dig up the fire clay that we have rather than pretending like we've made this world in 1.20. Alright, bee stuff. I can probably remove you, but I'm not sure yet. Alright, so we're going to need some of these, like 20 of these. So we might actually run out and restock our resin, because at some point we're going to need resin in order to move, maybe, our windmill stuff over to the temple. Alright, so we need to make a couple things. Let's unpause the game while we're here. We need to make a super... Oh, it's fairly easy. Just need a hammer. Hammer. So we're making 3 supers here. Or sorry, 2 supers. For a total of 3. So yeah, I think this is a little jumpy. Like I'm grabbing things and putting them back in my inventory, and it says that we're picking them up again. Oh, 28, 42. It keeps going forever. That's pretty funny. Now these still can't go in your inventory even if they're empty. Okay. Well. I'm going to pick these up for now, and we're just going to place them here. We'll deal with that, the rest of it later. And I think because we need to open these up and put the frames in anyway, so that will be... It would get in our way if we just took them there first. You actually like the Langstroth hives? Moors? Ian Stubbington. You just watched the guide season 2. Do I think the Drifter Pit is still valid? So the pit is kind of valid. It'll still be handy for the drifters. I've seen some other designs for... Actually, I've seen a mob grinder design for like deep underground. So I can't speak to other pit designs. And the problem with the boiler design now is that the boiler, the hot water actually reduces the drops you get. So I think in 1.20 there isn't really a good way of dealing with temporal storms. In 121, Falxes, and I think specifically Falxes, will be able to draw out the like gears and Jonas parts from enemies as you attack them, or at least from drifters. I don't know about like locusts and stuff. So that will help. That might actually bring back the run and gun viability, because you won't have to stop and use your knife. We'll print this as knife. You don't want to stop and use your knife to harvest enemies. You can just run and slash. We can do the slasher. Just slash things and just, strafe your targets, or, do the whole run up and back up dance, and be able to get your parts that way. I hope it works out as, well as I'm thinking it should. Now, I feel like I'm missing something here. Did I miscount something? Because we need 22 panels. We only have 14. Did I lose some somewhere, guys? Or did I just miscount? Yeah, I think it'll be necessary to make sort of like an arena. I think one of you guys maybe miscount. Yeah, it's your guys' fault. The best way to deal with storms is just to enable sleeping. Yeah, the only problem is that if you want to get into any of the cool Jonas part stuff, you need sort of a steady income of temporal gears, and this gets in the way of that. Yeah, this will be our first miscount. But no, my god. No. Because I remember counting out the bald cypress logs. Or do you... Hang on a second. Boards. Boars. There we go, board oak. So if I'm making these... 1 honey plus 4 of these. Or 1 beeswax plus 4 of these gets you 4 of those. I am pretty sure we didn't miscount, unless I like didn't multiply the 11 from the Like, if I mistook this, like 11 plus whatever I needed for the boxes themselves, that's frustrating. So, if that's the case, let's go make a few more. So we only need, supposedly, we need 8 more of these. Let's go start that right stat now. And we'll finish the bees. We'll finish the bees a little bit later than I guess. Not a big deal. Alright, I need some beeswax. I'll just bring the whole stack. We should just need 2. Oops. Come back here. Oop. There you go. You don't mind the storms pre-Bowtorn? Yeah. The Bowtorn really make them miserable. Again, I think an arena with some walls, that'll keep the Bowtorn out because they'll run away from you. So make it, make the arena the kind where like they can escape from but can't enter. Let's see, 1, 2. Let's turn to 8 bald cypress lengths with high panels. Okay. Perfect. I hope. Boy, do I hope. Put a ditch to the edges to catch the Bowtorn. Yeah, you could do that too, if you wanted to like make sure you harvest them. As I understand, is there a double header sort of equivalent Bowtorn? Like basically, it drops multiple gears, it drops Jonas parts, that kind of stuff, or is that just the double header drifter? Maybe that there's a bellhead. There's a bellhead shiver too. Oops. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make these. If I can figure out the recipe. Empty frame. Yeah, it's just that. Oh, these aren't even used in the crafting. Okay. These stacked to 10. Okay, we're gonna need some more sticks too. That shouldn't be a problem. Sticks. Ah. There we are. Maybe a few more. There we go. So grab our saw. We'll need that for our lanterns. There's Nightmare Bowtorn, Bellhead Shiver, and Double-Headed Shiver. Okay, so there's Nightmare Bowtorn, but that's not the same. Like it doesn't drop Jonas parts, I don't think. Wiki says there's a Gearfoot Bowtorn. Okay, Gearfoot. Gotcha. It only spawns the Devastation. Huh. How are you? Oh, you're done. Sweet. Alright. Time to pour. I'm hoping that tomorrow we get some wind. I would like to hang around here and do the lanterns so that we can give those boards some time to soak in there. I'd kind of like to like do all the stuff we need to do here and then go over to the temple and do work rather than like, let's go to the temple for 6 in-game hours and then come back and get the bees again. US enemies are more distinct. The deep split shiver is the most dangerous, but looks similar to a deep shiver. Oh, okay. I guess I'll know when it like bites us and kills us in one hit. So what I'm thinking about for future temporal storms, maybe we could make an arena. That'd be kind of fun. Like make an arena somewhere near the temple, or like in a, I would say in a basement, but that might not be super smart. Unless it's like, if the basement is not inherently unstable and we can light it up enough to keep mobs from spawning there like normally, then we could totally do an arena under the temple. Be kind of cool. Gearfoot boat horns supposed to drop Jonas parts at 40%, and temporal gears 61 to 140. That sounds similar to the double-headed drifters. You think the surface boat horn shivers need balancing? So I think what they need is they need to not spawn as often. They also need to react to sunlight the way that drifters do, and being hit. I think that's sort of the big thing for me, is they need to act like the other mobs. Because right now, if you start a game, and it's, you know, a lot of the time, like, you're going to start in medium activity. It's going to be rough. Hey, look at that. We got hurricane wind. Let's put this here, and let's put this here. Let's go hammer these out, because these are going to need to get flattened. But yeah, I think balance-wise, like, they're not unfair from a, like, on an individual perspective, but they spawn in too large of a group. They spawn like constantly, and they also wander out of their holes and then attack the player. Which, like, okay, fair, but can they not, like, if the drifters run away, why don't these guys, you know? Get you going. We'll wait a couple seconds. Or wait like 150 or so. The Great Flattening. Mickey Gladiators Coliseum. Yeah, I think an arena might be the way to go, and I think it'll be a good chance to, like, explore that, you know, like, see what works, see what doesn't, because the pit will keep us safe. It doesn't make the storms profitable, and that's the problem. I think there's probably some way to make some kind of, like, shooting gallery style pit, where, like, you know, the drifters spawn somewhere on a floor below, and you have a relatively spawn safe platform up above that, like, has a, you know, it has a wall and you can shoot down, which I guess is great if you have, you know, if you have a bow and armor, but if you're a blackguard, not so much. I'm gonna get these out of here. Inventory's a bit messy at the moment. And let's get... Oh, you're ready already. Ow! Stop it! Did it again. Did it again. There we go. Now this shouldn't take very long, given how much wind we have. A hallway trench arena could be cool. Oh, speaking of it, let's see if this works again. Hey, it works again. Look at that. Oh, and it takes it out of the, it takes it out of your, like, tongs once it's cool enough. That's interesting. Yeah. Hey there, Cassidy. There's a mob farm for the game. Yeah, I saw Mr. Mutant made that video, actually. If it's the same one that I'm thinking about. I should probably think about mostly focusing on keeping these moving. And you guys, so Hazard and Oak Tree have a mob farm on the server, but you also have a mob loot mod on. That's fair. Yeah, one of the things that I really think needs to be worked on is that in vanilla, if you want to get into the Jonas parts, good luck. They are really hard to farm effectively. And in an average playthrough, you're just not going to get enough of them. You'd have to spend a lot of time caving and inspecting every single ruin. Because in vanilla, assuming you don't have, you know, the Better Ruins mod on, I'd say about 2/3 to 3/4 of underground, like bunker-style ruins will have a Jonas part. But they're really rare. I mean, they're so rare. They're, like... Better Ruins, like, really kind of spoils you for choice. Because they... Just look at our map. Let's see. Look at the map. We got giant ruin up here. Next ruin is... I don't even know where. They're places. They're everywhere. Here's one right here. Like, they're all over the place, and they're huge. I think we had a couple down here in the water. Like one that Solston and I went into. Yeah, that one there. They're enormous, and they have so much stuff in them. Like, you can get multiple Jonas parts from each of these things. And that's great. But when you go back to vanilla, it's like, boy, does it feel like you've been handicapped. Someone chopped me off at the knees. Heck. Right. The ladder. Hey there, Lake Filter. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think in vanilla, your best chance of farming Jonas parts is to, like, do really dangerous stuff, like go deep underground and hope that bells and sawblade locusts have spawned. But you better have some real good armor for that. With the idea of doing like a run and gun style, like a, you know, arena sort of thing, makes me wonder if it would be better to wear like steel scale mail rather than steel full plate. Or honestly, the better option, if you're doing scale mail, you may as well just wear the Blackguard armor or the Forlorn Hope. The ruins are more spread out, so they're not so close together. Oh, in the Better Ruins mod? Yeah, I think I've noticed that. I think they were a lot closer together even back in Rusty Gears. Random, somewhat, kinda, quasi, semi, pseudo, omega noob. That's a mouthful. I'm going to call you random. Don't the Residence Archives have a chance for a few Jonas parts? Yes, you're going to get, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 Jonas parts. The problem is there are, like, 12 or so different parts, and you need more than one of each of them if you're going to be doing all of the Jonas parts. Yeah, in fact, some of them require, I think, multiples of the same type, but I could be wrong. You deep-fried your brain writing a novel there, Lake Filter? Well, good. That's what they're there for. That's why we write. Do you forget? All right. Yes, I had a thought of like making steel scale mail, but I'm like, wait a second, we've got the Forlorn Hope. Which, although I guess there is a point to... I don't know, actually. The thing with the steel scale is that it's a tier higher, but has the same general protection and drawbacks as the Forlorn Hope and the other armor, the Blackguard armor. But the Forlorn Hope and Blackguard armor are considered plate armor, so they will actually give you the reduction in tier, like tier reduction. The reduction. Basically, if you're hit by a higher tier attack, it reduces the penalty for that you take. So I guess it probably comes out in the wash? I don't know. Quench this guy, dude. Not the hammer, please. Let's get y'all quaint. Oops. Right. Derp. I knew that. Darush and Fire, you always use 3 pieces of coal. Well, get out of my stream. Get out of my stream. I hope you've seen this short on that. Okay, let's get a bite to eat. Get some sand in our teeth. Well, everyone, that's going to about do it for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me be leaving a like or a comment in the section below. But for now, as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.